Hi guys, thanks for watching. Welcome to another video on All the Gear Some Idea. Today we're going to tackle the ABS rings on the rear of the E92. Got some parts ready to go. Some new ABS rings, one for each side. So these go on the outer CV joints on both of the rear drive shafts. The rear drive shafts can be a bit of a pain to take out. So we've got a hub puller to hopefully push those out, and hopefully they'll cause us minimum issues. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. The weather has taken a bit of a turn compared to more recent videos we've been doing. It's all dark and gloomy today. It's a bit wet on the floor, but rest assured we've got all the gear. Got our snap on the kneeling mat, which I'll be using to sit on and work on today. So hopefully not going to get too wet. But as you can see, got my old dirties on. Don't want to ruin any of them fresh new clothes, eh? So obviously I mentioned earlier about this near side rear wheel. Beautiful MP3, 18 inch. I think they're about 8.5J wide, 255 wide tyres on them. But yeah, as I said, it kept going down, and we got a nice little crack there, and another one there, and then one more just up here. So if you have got an issue with your 18-inch BMW wheels, for some reason the 18-inch BMW wheels seem to be a bit prone to cracking. So yeah, if you got a tyre going down and you can't see any punches on it, might be worth just whipping the wheel off and checking the inside rim. Right, so we're underneath the car now. First things first is for us to undo this inner drive shaft flange from the diff, and then we can look at removing the shaft itself. I'm probably going to have to drop the exhaust down as well, but we'll look at that in just a few moments. There we go, that's that one cracked off. I have we got vented brake discs on the rear of the car, so I've stuck a flathead screwdriver in between the vents and one of the rear calipers just to help us to stop the drive shaft from moving. Obviously your handbrake might not be strong enough, being that it is a BMW, and they do have notoriously weak handbrakes. So I've just raised the car up ever so slightly, just to give us more of a chance getting at these bolts relatively easily. The other side's relatively easy to get to, so when we get over there, as you can see, there's no exhaust system in the way, so we'll just be able to crack on that side, which is nice. As I say, this side's a little bit more difficult to get to. But we'll get there. It'll be done. And there we have it. So as you can see, that drive shaft is now loose away from the diff, with those 6 E-Torx bolts removed. I think they're E12s. Yeah, so now that's out of the way, we'll now drop the exhaust down and then hopefully get it removed at the hub end. So I've got the trolley jack underneath the rear silencer. I actually loosened these off the other day when I was trying to change the spring. Luckily they're still finger tight. Drop that down, rest on the trolley jack, and hopefully that should give us enough of space to manoeuvre the drive shaft out. Just dropped down there. We may need a bit more room, but I could just lower the trolley jack as it's on the jack there, as and when we need it. Right then, so here we are at the rear hub. Obviously, drive shaft in the middle. You've got your hub nut that's loose. I've removed that the other day. See, at the weekend when we had that lovely bolt snap on us. I have tried to push it out already, but if you've ever tackled one of these before, or on an E46 BMW for instance, you'll know that they like to keep themselves nice and snug in the hub. So I've got this remarkable little tool here. The channel is called All the Gear Some Idea, but in this case we didn't have this, so I have borrowed it from a good acquaintance of mine in the name of PSE. So cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Hopefully it's going to do the job. Yeah, so that's going to bolt onto the hub there, just like so, and then the bolt in the middle will come out and then push on the end of the drive shaft there on that little nubbin that's coming out there. It's going to push on the drive shaft and hopefully push her out. That's nice and secure on the end there now, bolted up with those 3 M12 headed bolts. And we have contact. It's a 19mm on the end of here, so hopefully, with any luck, right, so here we have it. One stubborn but out drive shaft. And the reason we needed to get it out is because this ABS ring, just on the end here, you can see there's a build-up of corrosion on the end of the CV joint here. Now what happens is that corrosion builds up underneath the ABS ring. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. yeah, that corrosion builds up underneath the ABS ring and actually expands the ring, causing the air gap between the sensor and the ring itself to be too small, so it can't read properly. And in some cases, as you can see here, the paint has actually rubbed off. That's where the sensor has been rubbing on the shaft itself. So going to change the sensor on this side, as I did have a fault for it, and they're only like 15 to 20 pound on eBay anyway. So yeah, need to get this ABS ring off now, give the shaft a clean up, and excuse me, fit the new one. So as you can see, we've moved on over to the other side now. Ooh. The old nuts are quite rusty, so need a 30 mil 12 point sided socket on the hub nut. And I'll just grab you the old nut so you can see how rusty they get compared to a new one. That's the reason why I'm replacing them, and the fact that BMW says you should replace them anyway. But yeah, so that's an old one. You can see quite corroded. Surprised I got it undone. And that's a new one, lovely and shiny. So you can struggle around with a bar if you want to. Make sure you've got something holding the rear hub. But luckily, I've got the old Milwaukee M18 gun. Excellent piece of kit. Make sure she's on full whack. And let's get this baby undone. There she goes. Piece of cake for a gun like that. Well, I dare say it was something else, you might struggle a bit, but that's come straight undone. Right guys, so here we are on the other side, the off side, and as you can see, there's a lot more room around this one, as I said earlier. So I'm going to crack on and get these undone. As I said earlier on, whack a screwdriver in the vents and the brake disc. So I've just got the drive shaft in the vice now. Forgive me if it sounds a bit rubbish, I've got no microphone on for this bit. As you can see, there's the old ABS ring, and look at the amount of corrosion that's inside those gaps there in the ring itself. I've literally just chiseled that off and it's come straight off. I'll obviously go ahead and clean up the shaft itself now and do the same on the other one. Right now guys, so as you can see, we've got the drive shafts off now, just conveniently sat on my recycling bin. I've cleaned up the offside one and fitted the new ring on it. As you can see, there's a nice new ABS ring on there. But before I did that, you have to clean all of this corrosion off. This is one from the near side. As you can see, there's like a layer of corrosion there where the ring sits. So all of that's got to be taken off. I obviously did that on this one before fitting the new ring. There's a retaining fluid that gets supplied with the rings as well. That's just been put around the outside there, but obviously that's on there nice and secure. That's not moving anywhere, so we'll get that back in the car, and the hopefully the ABS fault will go. As I say, on the near side I'm going to be replacing the sensor anyway, as it had a fault with it, so don't want to be chancing it with that one. As I say, the sensor's only about £20, so we're just going to replace that whilst we're in there. So yeah, going to go ahead and clean this side off now, and then we'll be ready to fit the shafts back in. So then guys, we've just started to put the shaft back in its position, put it married up into the hole. Actually, see if we can get it into position. Here she comes. What I'm going to do is just grab the other end of the shaft, and just use the weight of the shaft itself to move it in and out, and hopefully it will act as like a sort of like a mini slide hammer. That looks a bit more like it. There we go. So we've got our new nut started on there now. Just wind her on slowly with the gun on its lowest setting. A bit more. There she is. Give it home with one last full power push. There we go. That ain't coming undone anytime soon. And then all we've got to do with that is just get a hammer and a punch and knock in the sides on the end of the shaft there, just to prevent it coming undone. There we go, one side. And there's the other. Obviously, if you're doing this on your own car and you're not quite sure what the torque is, I'd imagine you'd want to look up the torque, tighten it up with a torque wrench, but at the end of the day, this is my car, so if it comes apart, it's my fault. I'm just going to douse that in a bit of copper slip now, and then hopefully we won't have no issues with that in the future if we need to take it apart again. Beautiful. Right, just chuck a screwdriver in here and then get the insides done back up. I won't show you doing up the inside again, but it's literally I'll just be positioning the drive shaft on the end of the diff flange there and doing up those 6 bolts that you saw me undo previously. Right then guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that video of replacing the ABS rings on the rear of the E92. yeah, all stuff to really say is join us again next time on All the Gear Some Idea. And if you want to watch some more All the Gear Some Idea videos, click the link up here. And yeah, see you again next time. Tatty Bumbles.